Hello and welcome. You're watching me live. I'm Shweta Kothari and this is The Logical Indian. A very important story that is coming to light at this point in time and that's been building from last 24 hours is coming from not India but from the US, where WhatsApp has officially admitted that it was used to spy on as many as 24 academics, lawyers and journalists in India. WhatsApp that we use every day in this country was used over the course of May for 2 weeks before the elections in India to spy on these people. Now, how did that happen? I will explain to you in just a bit. A software that was used known as Pegasus, a malware that was used to spy on these people officially came from an organization that developed this software for government agencies. So NSO Group, which is now fighting a legal battle with WhatsApp in the US, used and developed a software called Pegasus that later was used to spy on as many as 24 journalists, academics, and lawyers in India. How does it happen? What's the process like? Well, the process is very simple. You get an exploit link on WhatsApp that you may end up selecting mistakenly or on purpose, or you'll get a video call, and that video call will then install the software in your phone. This spyware can then access your contact list. It can access your text messages, your calendar. It can even access your phone camera. So your phone camera can be used, your phone microphone can be used to spy on you. Now these are very interesting developments because the group here that has developed Pegasus, the software that was used, essentially only deals with official governments and official bodies. So while the government of India at this point in time, we know for a fact that IT minister has come on record asking accountability from the WhatsApp. We know for a fact that NSO Group is known to deal, this Israeli group is known to deal with government agencies. So the big question that we're asking is at whose behest were these people spied upon? And these are some very prominent people, including the likes of your Bela Bhatia, Anand Teltumde, your Siddhant Sibal as a journalist. All these people and their phones were spied on, and this was just before the elections. This reeks obviously of a conspiracy, and the government of the day obviously must come out and answer. A lot of people writing to us at this point in time, is WhatsApp safe? For a very long time, ladies and gentlemen, we were told that WhatsApp ensures end-to-end encryption, which means that if there's any data that you are sending on WhatsApp, if you're talking to your relatives, your doctor, your professor, so on and so forth, all that data is safe. But that's not the case, because the latest development that has now come to light, and this, remember, is a court case that is going on at this point in time in the US, where WhatsApp spokesperson admitted that a software, a spyware was installed on the phones of 24 well-known Indians, and that software was used to spy on their phones. A lot of important data that is coming to light at this point in time. So I will quickly reiterate for you what has happened here. The spyware that has been developed by an Israeli company called NSO, the group developed the spyware for various countries and the use of various intelligence agencies across the countries, across globe. Remember, this was the same software that was used by the Saudi Arabia government to track and surveil Jamal Khashoggi, who was later found dead. So same software, as a matter of fact, was used by different governments all across the country to surveil its citizens, its academics, its lawyers. And now, in a big revelation that has now come to light, the same software was used in India to spy on eminent 24 people. A lot of you writing to us at this point in time. So a lot of you saying, how exactly has it happened? As I reiterated, it happened, when the software here, in this case, the spyware here in this case, got installed automatically on your phones through a video call that would later automatically get deleted from your call log. So you wouldn't even know that you're carrying a spyware in your phone. Nobody would know. that that's happening, and it has happened as a matter of fact. The WhatsApp group, which is controlled by Facebook, has not revealed the names of these people, these individuals, but various news organizations in India have now highlighted that as many as 24 eminent people, including the likes of Bila Bhatia, are or were rather under surveillance for 2 weeks period before elections of 2019 in May this year. Okay, Anshuman writing to us. Let's quickly get in a few comments that are coming in. Pegasus was never meant to be used on civilians. It was strictly for military purpose. But since nowadays money can get anything you want, you got cash, you get anything. Well, apparently, Anshuman, that is the case right now, because we're given to understand that Pegasus as a software was used to surveil on Indian citizens. What's interesting is that we know for a fact that NSO Group deals with not civilians, it deals with government entities. So, it's not a hidden fact anymore as to on whose behest these people were spied on. While Government of India has denied that these people were spied on Government of India's behest, it now becomes crystal clear that these are people who are dissidents. These are people who have spoken against the government for a very long time, and the same people were spied upon by the Pegasus. Their WhatsApp was hacked, and the operator, the spyware that was installed in the WhatsApp was used to not just access text messages, but also your calendar, your passwords, and your voice calls. So your voice calls over WhatsApp were also monitored. This also busts the myth of end-to-end encryption as far as WhatsApp is concerned. Vicky writing, does the app need to be installed in phones, or by what means they capture WhatsApp messages? Well, the malware in this case, the spyware that we're talking about, targets you, and it gets automatically installed in your phone. So you wouldn't even know that you're carrying a spyware in your phone. As a matter of fact, you would be carrying a spyware in your phone and you wouldn't know, and the agency that we're talking about here would be spying on you and would be accessing all your vital information. Remember, the Government of India, as I reiterated, the Telecom Minister has now come on record and said, Information and IT Minister has now come on record and said that WhatsApp must come out and answer as to how safe and secure are people of India, how safe and secure are the details of WhatsApp messages that happen on a daily basis. WhatsApp has been given time till November 4th to answer questions from the Government of India, post which we could see some development. But as I mentioned earlier, no hidden secret as to on whose behest these people were spied upon. Let me quickly get in a few more comments before I wrap up. A lot of you writing to us at this point in time. सब problem is देश के activist, journalist और environmentalist को ही है. Well, Nirbhay, we don't know if all the problems are with these people, but let me quickly tell you that this is a very recent development. This has developed over the course of last 24 hours, and all these details have now come out. What we are given to understand is that it was WhatsApp itself that admitted that these people were spied upon. So these people did not come out and said that WhatsApp is spying on us, but it was WhatsApp spokesperson who said that this is happening as we speak, while saying that we are not going to reveal the details of who was spied on, but they reached out to these individuals who were spied upon by the malware in this case, which is Pegasus. Okay, Alka Sharma writing, what if we uninstall WhatsApp? Can we get rid of it just in case it's installed in our phones? Well, Alka, that's a very technical question, so I'll forego and not answer your question whether you can uninstall and get rid of the spyware. But essentially what we do know that the medium of spying is WhatsApp. So if you do not have WhatsApp, you're safe. But if you do have WhatsApp, the possibility is that you will be spied upon, or you're being spied upon if you are a person of interest right now to the Government of India. All right, guys, thanks very much, all of you writing to us. Thanks very much for writing to us. Remember, we're talking about this very interesting development that is now coming to life as far as WhatsApp is concerned. We know for a fact that 24 academics, journalists, lawyers in this country were spied upon for a course of 2 weeks in May, which was the election year for this country, and they were spied upon using the software Pegasus that is developed by NSO Group that directly deals with government agencies and intelligence agencies. The Government of India has denied any know-how and knowledge of the same, and has also questioned WhatsApp on how safe is the privacy of Indians on WhatsApp.